Cadet Nurse Corps was authorized by Congress and signed into law, federal law, as the Bolton Act in July 1943. Its purpose was to help alleviate the nursing shortage that existed during World War II. The Cadet Nurse Corps graduated almost 125,000 nurses, 9,000 cadet nurses from the state of Massachusetts alone. The Corps was part of the United States Army, and cadet nurses were the strongest, youngest group of uniformed women to serve their country and be recognized as war workers. Because we were part of the Army, we were issued a uniform, one for the summer and one for the winter. We had a curfew of 10 p.m. with lights out at 10:30. And we were subject to inspection every morning, completely dressed for the work before we were allowed to go for our breakfast. Because we were part of the Army, that is why we were in uniform. And like all of us girls who joined, that we signed on to serve during World War II, not knowing how long that would be. I received my schooling from the Lynn Hospital, which was one of the local homes based in this area for cadets. Though the nursing program at Lynn Hospital, through the Lynn Hospital, I was sent to several areas around for the different courses that that the cadet nurse program required. And there were, I think one of the most important one at the time for me at that time was the Danvers State Hospital. I learned a great deal, in a lot of areas that people had to pay attention to throughout the years. And I was surprised at some of the situations that did occur. At the end, and then the communicable disease too, they would send them to the community.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We don't care.
Just lift your hand. Lift your hand.
What's that?
Just lift your hand.
She's okay.
Sorry, you were flashing buttons.
That's all right. It's still going to do that.
Yeah. So one of the other important ones that came into play was the communicable diseases that we were sent to out of the area for those, and that was very important because I didn't realize that the ordinary things by measles and scarlet fever and all, I didn't know that there was something out of the ordinary, because if people had it at the time, we just stayed home with a sticker on the door saying that people shouldn't come into the house. And at the end of my training in Massachusetts, I left my home, my family, and my friends to serve for my country. As I stated earlier, they were putting the most emphasis on the hospitals that required, and they decreased from 36 days to 30 days for certain
30 months.
requirements. And then we went into the military hospital, and we were introduced to situations because of the area that were not taught in the hospitals at the time. And when I was assigned to the WWII Military Hospital in Richmond, Virginia, and where I took care of the wounded soldiers that were sent from abroad from the war. I am hoping that during my lifetime, I will see the cadet nurses recognized for their contribution to World War II. And this is what I am promoting. I have spoken at a congressional hearing to ask for a plaque honoring the cadet nurses to be put in the nurses hall at the State House. When this first was happening, I started reaching the congressman in the area to ask them to help promote it. And when I was speaking at one of the meetings I was at, when the congressman came back and he said, with an answer saying that this year is voting for a president, so this issue will go down to the bottom of the list. And I think it didn't move much further until these last few years. And I'm hoping that it will, again, this year too, I should have mentioned that I contacted the soldiers and the representatives so we can consider the honorary veteran status. Now that's what I'm really here to promote, the issues that we desire, which is mainly to get the status of veteran. And I'm hoping that this July will be declared Cadet Nurse Day. All this would serve to provide future generations with knowledge of the United States Cadet Nurse Corps and not let this go down in the history. To see these things happen would be a blessing, and I feel we are all deserving for all that we did as when we served in the Cadet Nurse Corps. I feel honored to be able to present my message, and thank you for having me here today to speak.
Yay!